Day 39 of my 90-day challenge. Here I am. It's near close to midnight, and just got off the bus from coming home from the city. I had a speaking engagement today, actually, at a cool and exciting meetup group called uh, the Hungry Startup. Okay, which is started by a friend of mine by the name of Liz, and Liz, two friends, Liz and Sarah, and they have a startup called You Choose, which is really cool, which is all about bringing artisan and amazing food to the to various communities. And basically, here's an idea. So imagine your typical work meeting or your typical conference or meetup group, and what do they normally serve at these types of events, right? So usually the default is pizza, or some kind of sandwiches or something like that. So imagine being served incredible food produced by or created by amazing food artisans. Like tonight, we were served Korean tacos. Yes, you heard that right, Korean tacos. And actually, I discovered the guy and his sister behind it is actually a friend of mine, Michael, who I met some time ago. And so it was quite a surprise to see that he was there cooking all these Korean tacos, and there was some Korean and some other East Asian kind of flavors through this thing. But I asked him, so how did you end up doing this? And he comes from a financial background, and he basically took a year off to work on food, which is his passion. So the nice thing about the Hungry Startup is it's actually a meetup which combines food lovers with startups, food lovers who also, well, let's say startup entrepreneurs who love food. So very clever idea, and we had about a dozen people in there tonight, and I was the speaker, and I talked about how to generate and build buzz, and very cool meetup, great event, and I shared really that my passion, why I love doing that kind of event was because I love the energy of startup entrepreneurs. I love working with people with fresh ideas who are just on that cusp of or have taken the action to go from working, a job which basically pays the bills, and then taking that leap of faith, if you will, or about to pursue, something which actually gives them fulfillment and excitement, and keeps them up at night, and all sorts of things. Now, one of the conversations that came out of tonight was, one question that came out was, how do you choose, from one of the participants, one of the questions the question that he raised was, how do you, if I have multiple dreams, if I have different, two, three, or different dreams, how do I choose which one to pursue, right? And it was a really great question, and a lot of people gave different feedback and different ideas and book suggestions and all different comments on that, and I'll share my reply if that's okay. So basically, what I said was, okay, there's two things that you can do in that scenario. One is you can actually do, you can look at your past and go through all the activities you've done previously. You can look at your curriculum vitae, your resume. Look at all the jobs and even all the volunteer work you've done, and even the things that aren't on your resume. Take a look at those activities and then determine what's the common thread, because chances are there are certain parts of previous jobs that you've done that were more exciting when you think about it, when you really sort of, think about that. Why did you take that job up in the first place? And then what did you actually enjoy about it? There's something which ties most of the things you've done together. Okay. An example I gave was when I did this exercise, I did it in Toronto a couple of years ago, actually, at a workshop, was I determined that everything that I've done, what I love most about all my previous jobs, and I've had about, I don't know, 10 or so jobs in the last 10 years, really. And most of those happened in the last 3 or 4 years. And the common thread was that I love to teach. I love to train people. I love to share knowledge. And what excites me the most is that moment when you look at someone's eyes and you're teaching them something, and then they, they get a concept, or they get something in there, or they understand I can do this, and the light in their eyes like turns on, is like this light bulb, and there's this electricity, and they go, yeah, I can do it. And that feeling right there, that, just, can you think of a time when you've had that feeling? Yeah, exactly. So that feeling is what drives me and what gives me inspiration, gives me passion. And to know that I can facilitate that change or to help someone get there, then that's really amazing for me. And that's where I get tremendous fulfillment. So this is why I do what I do. This is why I'm doing a video teaching you how to do something, because everything that I do now, if there's a teaching component, then I'm gonna love it. Okay, so that's one way to determine. Okay, if you have multiple dreams, look at first of all, work out the commonality, work out the thread. What is it where's the passion in all of that, or what is it that excites you? And then match that to the dreams and find the one. Now the second step is, okay, if you have multiple dreams, right? Basically, close your eyes. It's a quick little process. You can just close your eyes, visualize yourself in each one of those situations, each one of those dream situations, and then identify the one which gives you the most emotion, the most energy, whether that's an excitement or just a fulfillment kind of energy, or even a fear. If it's really fearful because part of you is like, oh, I don't know if that's actually possible or whatever, then go with that. You gotta work. This is a part of working with intuition here, is to really identify what that is. And then if you combine the two processes together, you can pretty much get a really great, good idea of what to do next. Okay, so that's my tip for tonight, on how to choose between multiple projects, dreams, vocations, whatever. But when you identify what drives you, and what turns that light on for you and that spark, then that's generally the way to go. Okay, so this is it from me tonight, and wishing you a wonderful night. If you have any questions or any thoughts, let me ask you, how did you choose, or how do you decide between what projects or dream to follow? How would you do that? What experiences have you had there? Write that in the comments below, and I'd love to hear from you. Okay, wishing you a wonderful night, and I'll see you tomorrow.